On this episode of Friend Code, we're talking about the recent mini direct, Nintendo's new Labo, and we might try out some Super Mario cereal. Hello everyone, welcome to a new episode of Friend Code. I'm your host, Michael Damiani, and today I'm joined by Mr. Bradley Ellis.
Achievements.
Mr. Ian Hink.
Hi, am I supposed to say achievements?
No,
that's my protest.
Brad always
okay.
says achievements. Until Nintendo brings
I
achievements to
see,
their
I
platforms.
Should I start saying
Brad,
Virtual Console
I was
also?
I'll say Virtual Console.
Yeah, there we
you
go.
Virtual Console.
Cover all the bases.
Unique little bit of information here. Some housekeeping to start off with. We shot an episode last week for Friend Code. You might be wondering what happened to it because they usually go up on Sunday and Tuesdays. I was a doofus and I lost the SD card somehow.
Rip.
So we lost that episode that featured Huber and Ben. If you watch an archive of my Breath of the Wild full playthrough on our Twitch or Easy Allies Plays channel, I actually go over some of the stuff we talked about in it since we lost the episode. And every single Patron's Pulse question that was submitted for the episode, I answered on that stream myself. So in the ones that we did ask in the episode, I kind of mentioned what Ben and Huber said about that. So I know that's not the perfect solution. So some of the information from that did make it eventually into a Easy Allies Plays Twitch archive. So I apologize about that. And because of that, there is no Patron's Pulse for this episode because this is the episode taking the place for this week. And it's so late and I already answered all the questions. Anyway, this is the make good episode to make things right because I didn't want to go a week without an episode after missing the holidays. Mm-hmm. So with that wrapped up, let's start with the mini direct that was shadow dropped last Thursday. This thing, let's start real quick. This thing had been rumored, but a lot of people took this as fact. So many people running with, hey, January 11th, Thursday, Nintendo's doing this massive Nintendo Direct. Haven't you heard? They're going to announce all these great games for it. It's going to be like their whole 2018 lineup. And a lot of places just ran with that as like assumed fact. Like, oh, this is obvious. It's going to happen. We did get a mini Direct, but Nintendo kind of just like shadow dropped it without any warning. And we talked about this on the Easy Allies main podcast a bit. And my sentiment was kind of, I think they had no other option than to shadow drop it because any kind of announcement would have like played into expectations.
Yeah.
And I feel like the onus is on fans and some of like the media for like blowing it out of proportion. Like this trend needs to end of like taking rumors as fact and putting so much pressure to live up to these ridiculous expectations.
And the only reason that they expected it because there's normally one in January, right?
Yeah, like just because something had happened before, like Nintendo's never come forth and go, "Hey, every single January we do a direct, and it's going to be a tradition." It's just assumed, and when that assumed tradition is broken, people get upset about it. I think I watched this mini direct that we're going to go over in just a minute. And I walked away feeling really satisfied and good about it. Mm-hmm. Apparently, some people walked away like, yo, where were all the mega announcements? Where are the megatons? Where are the E3 level giant games? I'm like, what?
That's for E3.
I was like, they even called it a mini direct in the title. Like, what were you really expecting? So I wanted to get that out of the way because that had been bugging me that like people just had these unrealistic expectations for this thing. And I still thought it was pretty good. Mm-hmm. And they started off with something I think is really good for the Switch. I'm pretty sure Mr. Bradley Ellis here is going to be pretty excited about this one. The World Ends With You.
Yeah!
Final mix.
Yeah!
Final remix, sorry. Is it final mix? Final remix, sorry. For those of you who don't know, and I'm sorry this is going over this for Brad here, because Brad's like, yo, this is should be common knowledge for everyone. This is a game that was originally released in Japan in 2007, the rest of the world in 2008 for the Nintendo DS. Mm-hmm. Co-developed by Square Enix and Jupiter, who previously worked on Kingdom Hearts Chain of Memories for the Game Boy Advance. They were not Chain of Memories, like Chain of Memories,
the
like
old,
the OG
original
one that like most people have played. Used touchscreen controls, microphone input, the dual screens.
Yeah, dual screen,
very highly stylized, used some music, set in Shibuya, like very trendy.
I believe it's a Nomura game, too.
Nomura was a producer on it, one of the producers, but it was pretty much marketed as one of like the guy who made Kingdom Hearts, the guy who worked on most of the Final Fantasies. This is his new project, everyone. It was a big deal when it came out. It was later ported to smartphones a few years later, like 2012, 2014, called Solo Remix. And I'm bringing this up because they retooled everything to work on a single screen.
Yeah.
Right.
And they like upped the resolution, and that's probably what the version on Switch that we're getting is going to be more
single
based
screen.
on.
Definitely.
But it also had wireless functionality. Like you could do some kind of multiplayer game was in there, and then you could do like social media functions and stuff like that. But this new Switch version, they're also going to be retooling it even further because they're going to use motion. You can use I don't know if it's motion control. Joy-Cons and the touchscreen for some of the gameplay and the battle system. But it's going to include a new scenario with a new character, which apparently people are saying was teased at the end of the iOS version. Like there's an ending scene which teased the new stuff, and everyone's like, "Oh, that's going to be the sequel."
Yeah, I think it's because they're adding an epilogue. I think that's
Okay.
what they're adding. So it's probably taking off right there.
I've said enough about the summary of this game. Brad, like, what is the hype level for this? Why should people be excited for this?
I feel like it was a super unique JRPG, how you played it, really unique setting, not your typical knights and swords, all that's taking place at Shibuya, a lot of dancing going on in it. Just a really underrated gem that I felt would never come back. I feel like it just kind of came and went. iOS, that doesn't really mean much to us. Like, oh, great, an iOS port. But now it's like, it's getting respect on the Switch, baby. That means they have some sort of interest in it. They're adding new stuff to it. Hoping for that sequel, baby.
I think it will probably do, like, this comes up a lot. I think you'll see a resurgence after this.
That's what I'm hoping, man. I'm hoping.
Ian, have you ever seen this game before?
Yeah, I remember when it came out and thinking the concept was really cool, but I've never played it.
Apparently, like the music in it is
it's
really good.
Yeah,
like, from what I've heard. So I only played a little bit of it when it first came out. It actually came out right when I started working at Game Trailers.
Oh,
like I think Bloodworth had just done the review for it, and he was putting up a ton of gameplays for it. I was like shocked, like, wow, we put up a lot of gameplays for the individual games here. I was like, okay. But he kept talking about how great the soundtrack was, and as we know now, like Bloodworth is like a soundtrack guy. Yeah. So I always take him at his word for that. I think not only could it see a resurgence, Brad, this might, if it does well enough, this might renew interest in the series, and that they might think about coming back to it whenever Nomura is done with all his other
think
projects.
Nomura has always had interest in it, especially because he put them in Dream Drop Distance. Like, a lot of those characters are in there, so this is maybe something he's always wanted to do. And, man, just getting a more great game, like a sequel to a game that I never thought we would get, is very exciting for me.
Yeah, this actually, I think, was technically rumored before the mini direct.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Someone said it was in the whole thing. Square Enix had interest, and someone said there is a World Ends With You game coming to Switch or something like that. I don't know they specifically called out a remake or just a new one, but it made sense. I think this would be good. It's coming out sometime in 2018.
Yeah, no idea.
No firm release date, but they just said 2018.
Still great news for me.
Yeah, this is definitely something I see. People are going to play this on the go. It was originally a mobile game. It's perfect. Perfect entry for there. So starting off pretty good. This next one, I don't know how much interest there is in this, but Pokemon is a huge series. So Pokken Tournament Deluxe DX, which came to the Switch last year, is getting a paid DLC update coming out in 2 waves. They're calling it the Battle Pack DLC. It basically is including a new fighter, a new Pokemon fighter, and some new assist characters. Like Wave 1 has Aegis Slash and Mega Rayquaza and Mimikyu. Always remember Rayquaza because it's a big serpent-looking cool one. Always like that. But Wave 2 has Blastoise.
Oh, I was about to ask about that.
Blastoise! Yeah. And Mew and Celebi are your sis characters.
Mew? Really?
Yeah. So I think Wave 2 might, I don't know, it speaks to maybe me more.
I mean, because you were naming Pokemon, I had no idea what you were talking about.
It's also gonna, if you buy this battle pack, you also get new outfits for your trainers, so you can change the look and stuff like that.
Did they put a price tag on it?
I don't remember the price, but they give dates. Wave 1 will be hitting the end of this month, January 31st.
Cool.
Wave 2 is coming March 23rd. So much stuff in March. It's nice that they keep updating it. I generally don't talk very highly of Pokken in terms of like how the fighting game community has picked it up. In fact, I know there were some people who got a little annoyed that I was talking down on that. I don't know how good of a game it is because I've never touched it, so I will never speak about the quality of it. I just know to me it kind of looks a little boring to watch.
Wait, didn't we play here? We
streamed
played
it.
I
it.
didn't.
Were
Oh,
you not
weren't
here?
I was
Oh,
not
okay.
here
It was
We
fun.
had fun.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't touch
I mean,
it.
I don't know how deep
I
it
mean,
is or
watching
anything,
like,
but
like watching a tournament, like in a
Yeah.
tournament, it wasn't that interesting to me compared to some other fighters.
Yeah.
And speaking to people who are active in the FGC, like actual like players who play in these tournaments, who commentate on them, they say it doesn't have the biggest following. It's not doing as well as you would expect for it to be like one of the like the top premier fighters.
Yeah.
Again, that says nothing about the quality. Like I'm not saying anything about that, but good on Nintendo for continuing to support it, even though it's paid DLC. It's like, we're not letting it go away. Next one. This trailer has just cemented the turnaround I felt about this game since it was announced last year at E3. Kirby Star Allies for Switch. This is the traditional looking side-scrolling Kirby game. It looks so much better now in the trailer. Like I think people have done comparison videos showing how the visuals have improved in it. But this new video showed off some new abilities for Kirby. One of the new copy abilities is Artist, where he literally just dons has the canvas, paints a little character, and it hops out and comes to life and helps you out. So that looked pretty cool. A spider ability where Kirby just wraps up people in a web, enemies, and can like hurl them around and stuff, like knocking out enemies and stuff like that. Friend abilities, so they finally talked about like friend abilities where this has co-op in this game. Up to 4 people can play together. You can combine your powers to make a more improved attack. So someone was water, someone was ice. Team up together, send out icicles and a spread shot
That's
attack
cool.
to like knock down like enemies in front of you. Then they have a train ability called the Friend Train, where you all line up together and just like steamroll like really fast and stuff, which looked pretty cool. Yeah, to show off some new areas. The diversity in the areas is what I think also sold me, because I kept seeing like green dreamland style environments. I knew there was gonna be more, but they kept focusing on that. I'm like, is that really all there is? Some crazy looking environments in there. Good. And that was very impressive to me. But yeah, it's coming out March 16th. So another multiplayer traditional looking side scrolling Kirby. Either of you excited for this, or are either of you big Kirby fans?
Kirby's alright. Sure. Kirby's alright to me. I'm not gonna buy it or anything, but I'd play it with people.
I've always kind of played other people's Kirby's, but never really gotten into it myself.
Yeah, I liked Kirby when I was younger. I used to be into it more. I just I don't know.
I have not been the biggest Kirby fan. I actually don't think I really enjoy some of the oldest games, like the NES and Super NES.
I love the Game Boy one, dude.
I actually liked one of the 64 ones.
Kirby 64?
Shards or whatever.
Kirby 64?
Maybe. It might have been. I thought there were two came out. See, again,
there might be. I can't remember.
But I think I might actually get this.
Cool.
Also, if there's not that much else coming out in March, this is the only title. I feel like this is one I'm gonna just picking up.
Heck yeah.
But that's kind of a trend in this mini direct. They talk about these small games that are coming out in almost every single month over the next 5 months. So people are like, what do you got coming out in early 28, Nintendo? It's like,
here you go.
This direct kind of answers that question pretty well, I think. This next one, Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
Oh, yeah.
So they're basically just taking every bit of content. So they released it on Wii U originally. Then they made a 3DS version, which had exclusive maps and characters.
Had the King of Red Lions, right?
Yeah,
was
like
he character?
Link's Awakening characters. Like, some of the coolest characters. No,
what was her name?
There's Marin.
Marin, that's it. Marin.
Yeah. They put them on there, and I was like, I mean, you could connect your Wii U to the 3DS and get those characters available in
the game?
Your Wii U version to play, but you didn't get those maps. Ooh. But now, all of it's coming to Switch, including all the paid DLC, is all going to be in there.
Maybe I'll give this game a second shot.
I would say this is a game that's worthy of a second shot, because I don't think a lot of people got it on
I have it on Wii U.
Okay.
And I played like 3 hours. I don't know if I'm a huge Muso fan, though.
Yeah.
That's... Yeah, so I played through the Wii U version. That's kind of what I mean, it's obvious to say, but it's true.
Yeah.
Your mileage you get out of that really depends on how much you are invested in Zelda and fan service of Zelda, the Zelda series, in terms of just like nostalgia factor. Oh, I get to play as Ganon. This is cool.
I mean, that is cool. I want to play. Is Vaati in it?
I believe he is.
Sweet.
I think he was added as one of the DLC characters.
I wish they would do more with him.
I might be wrong, but I thought like pretty much everything. Like Skull Kid was added. Like I think like everything was pretty much added.
Was
no Groose?
No Groose. Was
no Groose.
Was the last game Vaati was in the
Minish
Four
Cap.
Swords?
Oh, the last one actually released was the Minish Cap because it was Four Swords. Four Swords came out first. Four Swords Adventures came out. So Four Swords was 2002, 2003, depending on your territory.
The Link to the
Four
Past
Swords
one?
Adventures was 2004. The Minish Cap was 2005.
Okay. Yeah, he's been
the
gone
last
a
one.
long time.
Yeah.
Bring him back.
Might be cool. This might interest you, Ian. They're adding Link and Zelda's Breath of the Wild outfits.
I saw that. Yeah.
So you could play as Breath of the Wild Zelda. in
Yeah.
this. It's coming this spring, so pretty soon. It's something good. It's pretty long and in depth. The amount of stuff you can
really?
do in it. So if you do like this, if you do like Muso style games, they have a lot for you to do in this game. Like the amount of stuff you have after you beat the main story is pretty staggering. Like they take Zelda 1 style maps and you gotta like navigate them, and then like there's a new challenge where you gotta like do a battle and meet conditions. And you might unlock an item which lets you like you gotta traverse the overworld and dungeons by unlocking items to like unlock a door to go here. Oh, you found the compass and you can now go find the Triforce piece. It's like, oh wow, sort of like that. And it was pretty cool. It's just you still are going back to the
It's
Muso
still
game.
Muso,
Right.
yeah.
And I think they did an okay job with the environments.
Yeah.
They're themed after the different games. It's kind of like, I'm sorry if this is an appropriate term, I'm not sure. Butt rock? Is that okay?
No, that's
term?
fine. Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like that. They do that to all the Zelda
Yeah, the
songs.
soundtracks, yeah, of
And
course.
it's like, oh, cool.
Electric
like,
guitar, double bass drums, all that
some
stuff.
of it
Yeah.
I'm into. I was
Yeah.
like, okay, this is pretty cool. Someone trying to call me. It is. I think there is enough in there for at least a few hours of enjoyment, even if you're not like the biggest Zelda fan.
Yeah.
But going through all of it, you really got to be invested in it.
I just want to be Ganon in it.
That was like one of the most satisfying
That's
things.
what I want to
Finally
play.
getting to play as Ganon.
Yeah.
And you like this guy should like be brawling through hordes of enemies, and you get to do that. I was like, that's cool. I got to play as a bunch of like the diversity of the characters was pretty good because one of my secret like guilty fantasies I wanted to have fulfilled in Zelda series is playing as multiple different characters in a main adventure.
Yeah.
So being able to do that, even though it was a Muso style game, I was like, yay, this is like the closest I've gotten into it. It's like I get to play as Zelda now. This is so good. I get to play as all these other characters. It's like,
Hey, man, just play Zelda's Adventure on CDI. There
Oh,
you go.
no,
Then you
let's
can play Zelda.
no, that's like nightmare fuel right there. That's something that should be avoided. Moving along, next one. I think this one's gonna end up being a big deal. Mario Tennis Aces.
Let's hope it's better than the last one.
So yes, the last one, I completely missed out on the last one. Wasn't that good.
Was the last one GameCube?
It was Wii U.
Wii U.
Wii U. Oh,
And
wow.
then there was a
that
3DS
recent?
one. Yeah, the Wii U one was only a few years ago.
When
Then
was the good one?
the last good one might have been the Game Boy Advance one, which they reference on here. Mario Tennis Power Tour. Because that was the last one that had a story mode, which is making its return finally in Mario Tennis Aces, which is why I think this one's going to be special again, because they've had 2 installments where they've had a good amount of criticism leveraged against the series. And this is something that had been popular in the past. It's one of their premier like spin-off Mario series. So they talked about how it's gonna have new types of gameplay. There's gonna be missions like if you watch the trailer, you're hitting back fireballs at the piranha plants and the pipes and stuff like that in story mode.
Yeah.
Then you fight PD Piranha in this like forest ruin area. Doesn't even look like a tennis court. It's just like this environment that's really awesome.
Yeah.
I think that's enough to get me excited. I have enjoyed some of the Mario even the 3DS one I ended up reviewing at Game Trailers. I still had fun with it.
Yeah.
But I can understand. I was like, where is the extra stuff that I heard about? I mean, you kind of mentioned that you like some of the older Mario Tennis games. What about, like, have you really touched these at all, Ian?
I mean, yeah, I've played them with friends. I think we did a stream of one
We
time.
played when the last one came out on Wii U. I remember we played that.
Yeah.
It's bad.
Yeah. I can't remember which one I played before that, but I remember liking it, having a lot of fun with it.
I like how the color coding for some of the shot things. Like you'll see the circle be like purple, and you gotta pick like the opposite type shot.
Yeah.
It's like the most powerful.
Yeah.
I always like that system.
Yeah.
In the 3DS one. So I'm curious to see if they do anything.
Them having a story mode is like a really good sign for me.
Yeah.
It makes me feel like they're taking it more seriously than the last two.
Yeah, they're putting some effort into making
Mm-hmm.
this one instead of just like taking rehashed assets and throwing it out there and painting a different color.
For me, with the Mario Tennis, it all just comes down to how good it feels to play the actual tennis. Mm-hmm. And I remember a couple of them that I've played have felt really good. So I hope this one feels really good to play tennis.
Yes, I do.
Because it kind of all comes down to that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, that's what you're going to be doing the whole time.
Yeah.
It's coming out this spring. So
Great.
another spring title.
Great.
So another early release. So
Little sad it's not Mario Golf, though. But
if they're doing this, Mario
gotta have
Golf
that.
is-
I need a good Mario Golf game.
On the radar.
Camelot
yeah.
is
On
back.
Switch. Yeah, Camelot.
Camelot's making a comeback here.
Hell yeah.
This next one, I know Ben Moore is thrilled that this is getting a port on
Is this
Switch.
Shimigami?
Ys 8.
Oh, Ys 8.
Lacrimosa
Oh, yeah,
of
Nice.
Dana. Or it's Dana.
Yeah, Dana, I believe, yeah.
Ys 8.
For those viewers who aren't really familiar with this, it's an action role-playing game. It came out last year on pretty much every other platform. PS4, it came out on
PS4, PC.
PC. I don't know if it came out on Xbox.
I don't know
One.
if it did either.
It came out. Actually, yes, it was originally released on PlayStation 4 and Vita last year. Sorry.
Okay,
And
Vita.
it came to PC earlier this month.
I forgot it.
And it'll be coming to Switch this summer.
Cool.
So it's coming a little bit
later, yeah.
That's the only thing I think might be the only real negative is how long it's taken to come out, but it's still coming out. For those who know the premise of this, you're like, what's Ys 8? What is it about? Like I said, action role-play game. It's like basically your main character, there's a shipwreck, you end up on this island, you gotta search for the other survivors, if there are even any. There are, spoiler. You make a base camp, and you kind of evolve it over the course of the game, and you're trying to survive on this island, fighting these giant monsters and groups of monsters to basically like get the resources, improve your camp, you get more powerful.
Cool.
It's a unique concept. It got pretty good critical acclaim in both Japan and in the West. One little nugget I found while researching this, I'm kind of interested in how you feel about this. Shortly after its release, the CEO of NIS America, this is a NIS game, had to personally apologize for the substandard condition of the game's localization.
I heard about this.
And announce an update for the game that would fix grammatical errors, typos, inconsistencies, and also take a fresh look at the dialogue and characterizations.
Yeah.
Applying to both the text and the voice dialogue.
Yeah, it was
as
a
well.
bad localization.
So I'm assuming, I couldn't find if this had already been implemented. I'm assuming this is going to be implemented by the Switch version.
I hope so.
So if you haven't tried this out yet and you play it on Switch, you're probably getting the version, the guaranteed version that has the updated localization.
Yeah.
So that's like a big
Maybe
deal
that's why it's
to wait for
delayed.
it. But it is, from everything I heard, it's very much like hack and slash style RPG.
Yeah, I played a little of them before. Yeah, that's what it is. Just standard action RPG.
And anyone who played it that I know had nothing but good things to say about it.
Great, except for the localization.
Yeah, they're talking about the gameplay. Yeah.
If you're interested, Ben and I went and had a really cool interview with the people from NIS about this game and some of their other stuff, and it was a really good interview. They talked a lot about why games don't get Japanese language version in the U.S. and stuff like that. It's a really interesting interview.
Where can they find that again?
On youtube.com/easyallies somewhere.
Nice.
Search it.
Search it.
Search for NIS.
Yeah.
You'll be able to find it there. That's good. That's another good entry there.
Yeah.
Summer, so I mean that's still something to look forward to in summer. So
Sure,
we've heard all
yeah.
these in like early
Pile it on.
2018. Next one, Super Mario Odyssey.
Woo.
Getting some free DLC updates. Luigi is finally coming to Super Mario Odyssey
Kind of.
as an NPC.
Yeah.
when I saw him, I was like, "Oh, sweet!" And then I was like, "Oh."
Luigi's Balloon World is the new
Yay.
mode. And it gives you two options. You can either pick to be in Hide It mode, where you get 30 seconds to run out into one of the various worlds and try and find the perfect hiding spot for your balloon. Yeah. Then, if you go into Find It mode, you get 30 seconds in any world of your choosing to find as many of other players from around the world's balloons that they've hidden.
Yeah.
And you get points based on how well you hit it and how many you find. And there's going to be a leaderboard with rankings, and you can rank up and stuff. So for all the people like, oh, you know how cool fighting games or like MOBAs are with their rankings, going platinum and diamond? Well, it's coming to Mario Odyssey.
Mario had
cool
the RC
mini-game.
car ranking.
Finding balloons.
It's so good. I love this. So yes, online rankings. In addition to this cool new mode, remember this is all free. New outfits are coming, including Mario Sunshine outfit with the shades and the sunshine shirt,
Good
little
vibes.
vest.
Will it tint the screen like in Sunshine?
Oh, that'd be cool. They should play Sunshine music. Watch, that'd be amazing.
That would be sweet.
You also gonna get the
Ooh,
music.
what if when you're wearing that you have the power of those Stonehenge guys to see those hidden paths? That'd be game breaking.
Like their sunglasses. Yeah,
that'd be crazy.
Deal with it. I can see all your secrets. The musician hat and outfit. Oh yeah, Mario getting his dance on there. It's the outfit that the other musicians wear in the New Donk City. And the knight helmet and armor, because we're one step closer to realizing Mario Souls. And new filters for snapshot mode for those people who love the photography option in the game. Yeah. It is coming in February, and it's all free. And that's just something nice to fill in February, because not much is really in February at the moment. So I think I'm curious how. My gut reaction was this will probably be popular for a week at most 2.
Yes.
You think that's probably like a shelf life?
I'll definitely jump in, but
you'll jump in for 30 minutes.
Yeah, and be like, all right.
Yeah, I'll get the knight armor or the new outfits, and I'll stop.
Yeah. I'll do the balloons a couple of times, and then. I
want to suggest this to you, viewers. For those of you on the group stream committee, could you suggest Luigi's Balloon World as a group stream? And to help you out with the rules. How about one ally has to sit in the room while all the other allies are out. They get their 30 seconds, or everyone can just look away. You get the 30 seconds to hide your balloon, and then it's up to every other ally to see who can either find it and who finds it the fastest.
Will it work like that, though? Because, will you hide a balloon, and then whenever you're searching for balloons, it's just random balloons from the servers?
It could be, but we could have that person sitting with us. So if it was me hiding it, and I'll at least tell you the world. It's a New Donk City. Right. So you go to New Donk City. Even if you find other players' balloons, I'll be like, that wasn't my balloon. That was my balloon. I'm going to guess when you pop a balloon, it's going to say the user's name or something. Probably, so we'll be able to, if people don't believe we're telling the truth, as long as it works like that, chat. Let's make this happen. I think that would be a good stream. This next one, we did talk about this on the Easy Allies podcast, and so there's a little bit of a rehash with me here. So I'm kind of more curious to see what you two say about this one. One of the games announced is called SNK Heroines Tag Team Frenzy. Yes. For those who don't know, it is SNK Fighter, 2v2 matches, like one character at a time, but you have a second character who can come
like
in.
A tag.
Yeah. It's simplified button inputs, so it does make the execution of moves easier. So it's definitely a more streamlined fighter. You can customize the appearance of each character as like this really comprehensive editor. And the reason I bring this all up because it stars the ladies of the SNK fighting franchises. So there was a Japanese mini direct as well as our direct. They kind of do this all the time. Each territory has their own version of direct. The Japanese version of this, if you watch the trailer, you'll notice that the girls are all in very like scantily clad bikinis.
SNK girls?
Yeah.
Wow. I'm not surprised.
Not surprised at all. One of them looked a little like very embarrassing. It was like a cow looking. I was like, no, please no.
Weird.
But all these outfits will be in the final version. So anyone trying to jump to censorship conclusions, that's not the issue at hand here. It's coming this summer. Basically, what I said is like, listen, like if you like these types of games, that's fine, and people should try and make more games with diverse cast, especially like an all-female cast. But when the Japanese direct presents them in a certain way, it's clear they're going for a fan service angle here.
Sure.
Yeah.
And it's a bit degrading and insulting on at least some level. I understand some people like to look at that, but you have to understand, like, at least acknowledge it on some level. It's a little insulting there. But I'm not saying the game shouldn't exist. It's just that some people are going to have some problems with that. So I'm kind of, have you even seen it and stuff?
I haven't seen it.
Like,
I didn't see the Japanese version. I kind of skipped through the American.
I also made the argument that like I want to know where all the full-fledged fighters are. Like, Kyle got on my case about like, oh, what are you saying, Damiani? This isn't a real fighting game. Blah blah blah. Like, I get what he's saying, but at the same time, like, people also want to know where's Street Fighter V, where's Marvel, where's Dragon Ball FighterZ, where's Dissidio, where is like any of the upcoming
on Switch.
On Switch.
Give it time.
Yeah, we're getting the Street Fighter collection. That's cool. We got Ultra Street Fighter 2 last year. Okay. But just won't put out the big core entry ones. Tekken 7, another one. Where's Tekken 7 on Switch? That you get this. So I kind of tried to focus on that argument a little bit more. But yeah, I mean, do you guys have a problem with this game at all existing?
I mean, I haven't seen it, so I don't know. I don't care if it's an all-girl fighter game or like that. The most important thing to me is if it's fun or not. But I don't know. I haven't seen it.
Yeah, I mean, the fact that they marketed it differently is kind of... I didn't know that. That's kind of bizarre to me. I mean, I guess knowing your market is important. It depends on how exploitative it is, you know.
I don't think it goes anything beyond, like,
Skimpy
anime
outfits.
fan service.
I mean,
And
if it's like Dead or Alive beach volleyball.
And
like,
the characters look all age. I think I don't know all
Age
of them.
appropriate.
yeah, hopefully they're all...
Appropriate.
Yeah.
So, like, there wasn't that angle to worry about that. But, and yeah, like, if someone wants to play as a girl in a bikini, so what? Like,
Right.
that's fine.
One Chambra.
It was just the marketing
Yeah.
and the fact that we had 2 different versions of that trailer, and the one in the US Direct seemed a little bit classier. I was
Sure.
like they treated it like it's like, I don't know, just go back and watch it, you'll see.
Keep going. I just need to
I think we said enough about that. We'll see. I think it will sell well in Japan.
Sure.
I don't want to make generalizations about that, but I do think it will. I'm very curious to see how it does here, though. Like, I could be proven completely wrong. It's a breakout hit, and it becomes a new franchise for SNK. Who knows? Next up, Mario plus Rabbids Kingdom Battle. The first part of the Season Pass content is finally happening, and it is Donkey Kong is coming as a new playable character.
This makes me want to play it.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I beat the first world originally,
yeah.
but now that Donkey Kong's in it,
And a new
I want to
world,
go
right?
back.
I thought it had new content besides just Donkey Kong.
Oh,
as a
so
character.
Season Pass is going to have a whole bunch of different
Yeah.
stuff.
I thought in the trailer, I thought they showed more stuff than just Donkey Kong.
It was just Donkey Kong. It was CG. Some enemy rabbits are attacking Rabbid Peach, and Donkey Kong shows up, hurls his banana, then climbs up with Peach, and then punches her for the comedy effect. It says DK coming and stuff like that. It will be sold standalone.
Oh.
He will be sold standalone in addition to being included in the Season Pass. No price on what it will cost us to have him. And the Season Pass is $19.99. Brad, you already said you're excited about the DK.
Hell
character.
yeah! I hope he gets the coconut gun, dude.
Yeah, like what? Yeah, like.
I want that. Yeah, like maybe the
Grenade
throwing of the
launcher,
orange,
yeah,
the
something.
oranges or whatever, like in Donkey Kong 64 that blow up. That'd be pretty sweet.
Well, Gene, you excited?
Oh, yeah.
I'm looking up to see if there was any extra content. Real quick. So when I was watching and researching, I didn't come across anything.
Oh, maybe I'm wrong. Yeah.
But I want to double
Maybe
check.
a bongo attack, a little jungle beat action.
Also, the other thing about it, sorry, this was in it. A bunch of new Grant Kirkhope music is going to be included
great, new music.
for Donkey Kong as well.
Cool.
So more music goodness for there.
So it's not a new like world or anything that we know of.
Yeah, here we go. Donkey Kong coming to Mario Rabbids. Just double checking. Oh, Ian was right.
Oh.
He'll start in his own story that'll include a new world.
Cool,
Sick.
yeah.
There you go.
Jungle, let's
I
go.
apologize that I think I got to the music part and was so excited. I was like, that's it. It's good. And I didn't get the rest of it. So yeah.
Hell yeah.
Whole new world based
Hell
on that.
yeah.
Oh yeah, that's gonna get me to go back. For
Yeah,
sure.
dude.
Yeah.
Definitely going back.
It's
to
very
that.
exciting.
So good piece, but it is paid. So.
Yeah, I didn't even know there was a season pass for that game. I missed that
Yeah, they
somehow.
announced it last year. I was a little iffy about it at first before the game came out. I was like, really?
Yeah.
And now that's out. I was like, oh, they're definitely going to add new worlds and new characters.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Who's next?
Toad.
Toad.
No,
oh, yeah.
Yeah, Toad.
Toad.
Yeah, because they've got Luigi, Yoshi, Peach, Mario, and DK.
Are they just going to put
Are
Link
they
in
gonna
there?
have a-
Wait, they could make Wario or Waluigi.
Oh.
Do they have a DK Rabbid?
Oh, he's already a boss.
Oh,
But I
right.
don't think they have a rabbit.
Wait, because all the other
counterpart
player characters have playable
Yeah.
Rabbid counterparts.
Potential
interesting.
spoiler question? I don't know. Can you have Bowser on your team?
I mean, that could be possible.
no.
I don't know. Like, it's up to them to decide.
That'd be
This
interesting.
is a small spoiler, but like there are Wario and Waluigi rabbit enemies.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
that's why I was saying Wario and Waluigi would make
That's
sense.
a high possibility then,
Since
yeah.
there was already a DK boss enemy.
Gotcha.
Would they be villains though? Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, well, we'll have to
He
see.
team up with Wario.
But that's good to get me excited about Mario and Rabbids again, and get more people into it because I think like that series deserves everything it got.
Sure, yeah.
Wario's attacks could be like 60% more powerful, but there's a 30% chance he'll turn on you every time
Oh, they hit
and shoot one of your own guys.
Dude, they're just gonna be farts. They're gonna be fart attacks for Wario. And
Oh, God.
Potential motorcycles.
Oh yeah, the motorcycle's happening.
Yeah.
Gonna run over some people. That thing.
Ugh. Sorry, guys. I'm feeling really weird right now.
Oh.
Oh,
right.
okay.
Yeah, I think I'm just like really tired.
All right.
That's okay, man.
We're
Do your best.
We're getting close to the end here.
Oh
Do your
no,
best.
no. I'm just if I seem low energy, that's why. I just didn't want
That's
to.
right, dude.
This
Worry
next
you.
one, I'm gonna rely more on you two. Hopefully, I never touched this game. I've only seen it being played by other people. Payday 2.
Oh.
It's a really old game.
Yeah.
It came out,
When
I
they
didn't
announced
realize
that,
how
I was
old
just
it
like, all right, Huber's happy.
Yeah.
This one's for Huber.
Yeah, it's a multiplayer co-op shooter that's coming to Switch. It came out. It came out in 2013 on
Yep.
Xbox 360, PC,
There it is.
and
Million years
PS3. Came out in 2015 with a remastered sort of edition, enhanced version for Xbox One and PlayStation 4. And now in February 27, 2018, it's finally coming to Switch. I guess any kind of port is something for the Switch.
Yeah.
I feel like, Skyrim, I think, was such a huge release. in general.
Skyrim is a much bigger deal
Yeah.
than Payday.
Than Payday, which I feel like this is a game that really needs to have good online multiplayer.
Yeah.
I feel like it's more best on PC, probably. It seems like the least impressive game to come to Switch.
Not interesting
Or at least
to me.
appealing.
Yeah,
Payday-
it's just like, eh.
I mean, maybe I'm way off base with this, but Payday always seems like one of those games that must be successful because they keep releasing it and there's a sequel and all this stuff keeps happening, but I've never heard anyone talk about it ever. You know, it's like one of those weird games where it's like, people are playing this, I just don't know any of them.
It reminded me of when World of Tanks was
Right,
apparently
was, like,
apparently
huge.
huge.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I
And
was
it's just
what?
like,
What is
who's
this?
playing
Because
it?
they're getting PR updates.
Yeah.
emails
Yeah,
back
yeah,
at
yeah.
Work. I was like, whoa,
World
this
of
game's
Tanks
still
is like
going?
massive and no one
It
knows
does have a
anyone who plays
new
it.
playable character exclusive to the Switch version.
Okay.
Joy, who's a hacker.
Ah.
And she wears a
Oh, yeah,
LED mask
cool.
that's kind of cool looking.
Cool
so
mask.
it is getting something to it.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like it'll speak to Nintendo-centric consumers who maybe never dabbled into Payday.
Yeah,
or
absolutely.
co-op
I think
multiplayer
that's kind of the
shooters.
Switch gambit for a lot of games. It's just like, hey, I've got the Switch, might as well try this, you know?
Yeah. Oh, I never played this before.
Yeah,
Oh
exactly.
yeah, for sure. So we'll see. I'm not dismissing it outright or anything like
No.
that. Just I never touched it either. 2 indie games coming up next. First one, VIII, which was the indirect or sort of the direct reason for all the rumors about the Nintendo Direct in the first place.
Oh.
Because it was VIII's marketing materials that leaked that included a mention of spot in January Direct.
Oh.
And that's why everyone was like, oh, there's a January
I
Direct coming.
see.
Mini Direct.
Nice going, Faye.
Nice,
Way to
yeah.
go, Faye.
But it's cool. The game
Is Faye out already?
no, it's coming out February 16th, multi-platform.
Yeah, because we saw it in a different E3 thing, right?
yeah.
Xbox or something?
It's coming to PC, Xbox One, PlayStation 4, Switch, pretty
Yeah.
much every platform. It looks amazing.
Nice.
The footage they showed looked really good. For those who know, it's a platformer where you control this creature who uses songs to interact with the environment and other creatures around them to progress through the game and explore the world. They even mentioned the Switch version is going to have motion controls with the Joy-Con to do singing.
Oh.
And each song is very unique and will
Weird.
influence only certain creatures, which sounded really like intriguing to me. I think maybe the motion control thing might help be something to set aside. I'm assuming they all visually look pretty similar with this game, but this is another thing in February coming for Switch. I think will do pretty well because February is a little thin for those releases in general and for Switch specifically. Like this, I'm looking at this one. Like this is something I'm probably gonna pick up and try it on Switch.
February, you said?
Yeah, February 16th.
Cool.
So I'll give you 10 days. To
Yeah,
finish
it
out
looks
the
really
classes.
cool.
The other one is Celeste, action platformer. Some nice sprite work. So it's Phase a 3D visual game. Celeste is 2D sprite based action platformer. It looks pretty challenging. A lot of like midair dashes to avoid death traps.
Sweet.
Kind of like
It's the Towerfall people, I think.
yeah, it's like going up a mountain. It gets more up or down a mountain. It gets more dangerous over time. And it really did speak to me with like what I was seeing and stuff, like the gameplay. It has an assist mode for people who find it too challenging. It'll it can slow down everything, so you could like take your time with the jump and your timing. That one's coming pretty soon, January 25th.
Oh, yeah, that is.
So yeah, very soon. So yeah, showing some indie love there.
Sure, yeah,
I
good.
think indies have done very well. A lot of them, I'm not saying all of them, but a lot of them have shared their success stories of. The most recent one was Team Meat. Said Super Meat Boy
did well.
The launch of it on Switch did almost as well as the original launch back on Xbox 360.
Wow. Yeah,
it's like, whoa, okay,
nice.
And other
there's something weirdly perfect about Meat Boy on the Switch.
Oh yeah, like it's such an homage to Nintendo stuff in general in their old Nintendo platformers. But like just so many, hearing the stories of different indie developers saying like their games sold fantastic on Switch, or the sales so far on Switch have outpaced the lifetime sales of all other versions of their game. It's like that's so amazing to hear.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But it's also incentivizing a lot of indie developers to try and approach Switch and giving Nintendo some leverage. Like, you want to be exclusive here? Like, you're going to sell well on our platform. And I think it has to do with that eShop, because Nintendo didn't have a lot of huge releases last year. The ones that did come out every month are good. Yeah. So there was enough space on their eShop for all those indies to populate and get some screen time, I feel. Yeah. And that helps a lot where everyone's complaining about like Steam. There's too much stuff on Steam. Like, visibility is such a problem. Same on the PlayStation Store. It's like, so
they don't have to compete with the virtual console either.
That too. There's no virtual, which might be like, who knows, man. It's one of the reasons I want to help everyone else out. Next up, we're down to the last two here. So another Wii U port coming to the Switch. Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Critically acclaimed Wii U game, getting second life on the Switch.
Hell yeah.
One of the best platformers in a long time. Didn't sell as well. The Wii version of Donkey Kong Country returns, because it came out on 3DS. The Wii version sold like gangbusters. It sold phenomenally well. The Wii version sold like a fraction of that.
Wii U, just like the Wii U.
Because the Wii U sold a fraction.
Wii U. So it's finally might get some justice here. I foresee good things for this.
I've never played it because I don't have Wii U.
Wii U, yeah.
So I am very excited.
Oh man,
I'm gonna buy this
Funky
one.
Kong?
I'm buying this one day one.
Yeah. For anyone who hasn't played it and who didn't play it because maybe you're worried that it's gonna be too challenging. Maybe you played the first one like, it was a little too hard. I don't really want to jump to the second one. Funky Kong is being added as basically as a character to help those who struggle with this type of game. Basically immune to spikes, like has infinite jumps and like
easy mode, baby.
Underwater, a lot of immunities and stuff. It's there for you just to like enjoy the levels, and like because those levels are pretty breathtaking. Like what's going on, the music, the dynamic changes. It's worth that alone to play it. It's coming May 4th. So good time for our first May title.
Who's your favorite Kong to be in it?
Ooh, so I always like I mean Cranky was cool because of like it was kind of like bring up memories of DuckTales, but Dixie Kong.
Yeah, Dixie Kong.
That helicopter.
So OP, just like Donkey Kong Country 2 and 3.
So good.
So OP.
I am. The obvious answer is like this game needs a second chance, and Nintendo's bringing a bunch of Wii U ports here.
Yeah,
I've seen some people kind of speculate this might be a telltale sign that they decided to bring this out now. Maybe Retro's working on a new Donkey Kong after all, which honestly wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Like they're good at it. These are great games.
Yeah.
Let them finish the trilogy.
We don't know who's doing Metroid, right?
Metroid said it was
Team
internally,
Metroiders. It's like an internal.
But the rumor
Nintendo.
that the giant long list of rumors that came out that some were right, some were wrong, said Bandai Namco is actually going to be the lead developer.
Oh, interesting.
But we don't know if that's true.
Okay.
That's just
Retro
rumor.
Could be making a Donkey Kong.
I think their official answer with Metroid was it's a team inside of Nintendo.
Yeah, exactly. Ian is completely right there. I don't think Retro's working on Metroid. I think they're either working on a third Donkey Kong or something completely new at this point.
Whatever they're making. At
least I hope they're working on something. I get scared.
I think they are.
I get scared sometimes that like
they're such a good developer.
They are. But I was worried they might come next Rare when Nintendo's like, yeah, we're kind of tired of you guys. Like,
and then they come out and make Sea of Thieves.
Yeah.
That's
but after
Rare, right?
like so many Connect games,
but that was Microsoft.
Nuts and bolts.
We've finally come to it, gentlemen. Revealed.
Just do it with me, dude.
Dark Souls is coming to Nintendo.
Yes.
Dark Souls Remastered coming to the Switch on May 25th. Coming to a lot of other platforms too, but it's coming to Nintendo.
Cool that they announced this. That Switch got the announcement.
They got the announcement,
which I thought I was surprised.
It got leaked earlier that day.
Did it? I didn't.
Someone found the press release. and started sharing it with everybody. But the first visual, I think the trailer, exclusive to that Direct, baby.
Classy trailer. Also, I loved how the Direct, because before every other thing in that Direct, they showed a picture of it, and they're like, hey, we got Donkey Kong Country's coming, or Tropical Freeze is coming. That'll be cool. You know, this one is just question mark. Something wicked this way comes, and like already I'm like, oh, you know, I'd already seen on Twitter that it was gonna be a thing, but
oof, good reveal. Before I ask you to answer about why this is important, little technical stuff to get out of the way.
Yeah,
because this is gonna be people are gonna be curious about this.
Yep, makes a difference.
So I'm gonna go down the list here. So it's gonna run at 1080, 30 frames per second on Switch when docked. It will run at 720 30 in handheld mode.
Yeah.
For comparison's sake, OG Xbox One and PS4 versions run at 1080 60 frames. PS4 Pro is going to get upscaled 4K running at 60 frames, and Xbox One X gets native 4K with 2K unconverted textures, all running at 60 frames a second. If you got a PC, you already can run it at ridiculous settings and stuff like that.
Dark Souls 1 on PC is like a mess, though.
It was, but it got fixed.
Yeah, but you had to use mods and everything like that. Just having it like
but having this
nice,
all taken care of,
ready to go. Yeah.
So it doesn't really need to be said, but here again, the Switch version is the least technically impressive. But Brad, Ian, does that even matter? What is the hype level of this? And are you gonna buy this version?
I'm buying
Switch?
2 versions of this game at least, because I'm buying the Switch version just to be able to play that and go like, that's what I'm buying the Switch
6
version.
6 multiplayer, like all sitting in the same room, handheld, like come on.
Oh yeah, it allows up to 6 players in multiplayer now.
Yeah,
one of the big
just
changes.
like 3. Yeah, but if I'm playing at home,
one originally
PS4.
was 4 limit, right? Or 3.
3. You could have 2 Phantoms with you, and I think you
and
have
then
one Invader.
By one, yeah.
But I'm getting Switch and PS4. I will wait on PC to see how the community is with cheating. Because Dark Souls 1 on PC was very bad with cheating.
Yeah.
It was.
People definitely cheesy in the forest and stuff anyways.
Yeah, I mean, they cheesy, but like straight up cheating was way more prominent.
Worse than cheesing.
We were capturing for an episode of Pop Fiction for that. And someone was using invincibility to cheat against us. Yeah. Because we kept, I think it was capturing. It might have been Patrick.
I think I remember that. I was there for that.
He kept doing the perfect roll thing to backstab. He did like a chain of them. Mm-hmm. The guy never took damage. So we had, I went and found a trainer real quick. And turned it on for Ryan.
That's so
and
funny.
Made him invincible. That was pretty good. We just stood there and like, but then he got smart. He was trying to like kick us off an edge. Oh, we were like, okay, let's just go on. Like it was stupid, but yes, even I, who don't, I've only played through Dark Souls once. I saw like on PC, no less. I saw how bad it got. I was like, this is not fun to to deal with these types of people in this.
I'm very excited.
Are you gonna play it again?
I'm getting this on Switch.
Okay.
I'm getting this on Switch because I have Bloodborne for PS4. I have the PC version of Dark Souls. I can, like, it's already partially modded to get it to run smoothly. Yeah. I can go in there and do whatever I want eventually with that to make it look good and stuff. Way more probably than these, potentially. I just want to be able to, like, play on the go with you guys around and stuff. Like, it's like, oh, yeah. Like, we want to all compare and, like, show stuff like that. Yeah. I just want to see it running on Switch, too. It's like, Dark Souls. A Souls game on Switch, finally. Like,
it's so crazy. It's crazy.
And if somehow I would love to see the Switch version sell the best. I think the PS4 version ultimately is, but I think it'll be close.
That's where like the fan base started.
Yeah, the fan base is definitely there. But like, I hope it does well enough that like
I think it'll do well. I think it'll do well.
We gotta like make Switch versions.
I want Dark Soul Amiibo, dude.
Oh.
Okay, well, let's describe this.
What do you
Solaire.
mean?
Like which character?
Yeah, I want the
little Solaire doing sun salute.
Yeah, I get that. I want.
What's it unlocking?
Praising
What's
the
it unlocking?
Solaire's? You can maybe just get his outfit immediately or something.
Okay.
So like, okay, my thing with this is some people probably want Souls to be a very pure experience.
Yeah.
But to me, the pure experience for a Souls game was on PS3, or Dark Souls 1, it was PS3 and Xbox 360. You had your time in the sun, dude. Let's get nuts now on Switch. We got all this potential. I want stupid stuff in this game, like the Master Sword. I want Breath of the Wild dumb stuff in here. What?
The perfect... They released one amiibo for Dark Souls, and it's just the pendant. and
Oh my
it
God,
doesn't do
nothing!
anything. It does nothing.
That would
You
be
put it
awesome.
on, it makes the noise.
The message,
it does nothing.
The message boards and Twitter would be so lit up with, am I doing this
incredible.
right?
Am I doing this right?
Oh my God,
Incredible.
it's up there.
Nothing.
Glitched. It's a glitch. Where's the patch?
Maybe a message comes up that says like something has changed, but nothing has
Doesn't tell
changed.
you.
Nothing has changed.
It makes you keep guessing.
The
and
troll
you know.
just keeps going.
I'm gonna go along with this goofy thing. 2 ideas. I want the Chibi Robo image that they did. I want that to become an amiibo and lock flaming Chibi Robo in there
In
as
the
playable. It was a literal thing. Like, I love this, like Chibi Robo gets a new life in Dark Souls. I want a Bowser amiibo to change the skin of one of the bosses.
Oh,
To Bowser.
Like
Like
the
a gross,
Taurus-
realistic
Taurus
Bowser.
demon, yeah, Taurus
demon
demon
becomes
Bowser.
Oh
Oh my
jumps
God.
off. And he had so long King Bowser.
That'd be
Oh,
incredible.
that'd be so funny.
But yeah, I just want amiibos of all the characters.
That'd be pretty good.
Like every character, I want amiibo.
And that would be extra incentive for from software going forward. Like, hey, it might need to be a slightly toned down, like technical version of like Dark Souls 4 or whatever they do next. As
Yeah.
long as it's not Sony exclusive.
I wonder if
Put out a version on Switch.
I wonder if a new one would sell well on Switch. I wonder.
if
I
it
don't
was like
really know.
exclusive.
No, but I mean like
Side by side with like a PS4
if Dark Souls
PC
4 was
version.
on literally everything, I think the Switch version might sell the worst.
Maybe.
Because that's a situation where you want the technical proficiency to be high.
I feel like if they
I
can
mean,
lock
yeah,
the
I
frame
would buy
rate-
it. I would buy it first on a more powerful
On
system.
PlayStation.
I think
Yeah.
the most
Yeah.
important thing is the
Or
lock of frame
computer.
rate. Like the 30 frames might
Yeah,
be a
lock,
sticking point.
yeah.
If they can even get, hate to say it, 720 60 locked running on Switch for
Yeah.
a new one.
Yeah.
So at least the frame rate doesn't suffer.
Because like
I-
Dark Souls 1 is
yeah.
old enough that I feel like, nostalgia play, like I'm willing to buy it on Switch, whatever, because
Yeah.
it's going to be
Just
awesome.
Just be playing the original one.
Yeah.
Same thing.
You know what I'd rather see actually? Now that I think about it, instead of a brand like a multi-platform, I'd rather see From Software develop. an
Well,
original
I mean, of
Switch
course.
title.
Right.
Yeah,
It
that
doesn't
they
have
could.
to even be sold.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Just
yeah.
No,
make
yeah.
that
Just
would
take
be-
advantage of the hardware. Yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
absolutely.
That I would slurp that up immediately.
Yeah, I think we'd all buy that.
Oh man.
Before we move on to the last subject, the Direct's over. That was the end of the Direct, actually.
What an
So,
ending.
Good stuff. Like, I don't do letter grade stuff like Kyle likes to do.
Yeah, I don't
The
know,
rating,
man.
that's
Oh
hard.
wait, we didn't say the release date. 5/25, right?
Oh yeah,
May
25th.
25th, baby.
Yes.
Going back to Lordron
So
again.
that and Non-Young Tropical Freeze are the two main titles.
Oh yeah.
Hell yeah.
One's very early. One's at the end of the month. So
When's
good
Tropical
setup.
Freeze?
May 4th.
Oh, both in May. Okay.
Yeah. So good lineup there.
Save up. Start
Yeah,
saving your money.
Yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah. $120 in May. Got it.
So
Oh wait, Dark Souls is probably cheaper, right?
I think it's
40
50?
I thought it was $49.99.
Yeah, I think it's 50.
Okay, cool.
Also, just real, I know it's not a Nintendo thing, but Japan is getting that exclusive Dark Souls
yeah.
trilogy
Yeah.
on
Oh,
PS4.
right.
So many people asked me if I was buying that. I was like, well,
$450.
yeah, it's $450. It's Japan. Yeah.
$450.
It's really cool, but it's $450.
I didn't know it.
$400.
I didn't see the price.
And it comes
Whoa.
with all 3 of the games.
That is.
It's really rad.
way expensive.
But yeah, it pay up.
Guess it comes with a lot of
I
stuff.
thought it was a good mini direct.
Yeah.
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 I enjoyed it.
Especially
And-
for a mini direct.
Oh yeah. It does need to make a ton of announcements. Like that. It answered enough questions. I feel like there's enough stuff coming out.
Yeah, it
that
gave us a taste of what's coming in the next 5 months.
Just the next 5 months are also pretty busy with games on all different
Oh
platforms.
my God, yeah.
So it would be a little weird Nintendo have 5 giant AAA titles coming out in the next 5 months, competing with everything else. You got to pick and choose your battles.
Sure, yeah.
essentially. So I think this was good from a strategic standpoint. A few live streams ago, our group stream, we got sent Super Mario Zero. I was sick for that and wasn't there to say thank you.
yeah.
But I made sure the allies did not eat it. I got all the information, so we did get the thanks and everything on the stream for that. But the premise was that we were to eat it. Because I complained it was too annoying to go find one. It's not worth the effort. And I'm not paying $30 on eBay for what these are.
Yeah.
Apparently, Jones was telling us the other day he found a bunch in his local
Market?
store.
Really?
He's like, yeah, there's a bunch of them there. Does anyone still want some? We're like, oh, that must be nice. But apparently, they're still going out, and in some areas they're not that hard to find. It was that we were joked about so this came out. It was supposed to a Tuesday a few weeks ago is when this came out. Might have been a month ago that they announced it's finally coming out in stores. Super Mario Cereal. And the date they gave for it to be in stores starting on a Tuesday, which I think lined up with video game new releases. So I think people just expected them to be in the stores immediately that day, whereas food usually ships in and rolls in over like the week. Like grocery stores,
Yeah,
they're like, oh, we order stuff as we need it, blah blah blah. Like it's not an exact like science in terms of like it'll come back every Tuesday, there'll be new supplies or something like that. So people went that Tuesday. A lot of people didn't find it. It was in virtually no stores the first day. It came in later that week to most stores. So people who did find one started going on eBay, and like it started an initial craze.
Buying 10 boxes.
After the first week, I think everyone's like, oh. Most people had common sense, like, it's not worth $30 freaking dollars to buy a box of cereal. And it's like the amiibo thing's not even like that special.
Coins.
It's coins.
Cool.
Like, oh, okay.
How many coins do we know?
Every cereal...
I don't think it says on there. I was reading it.
Yeah.
Special content to power up your Super Mario Odyssey adventure.
Because, I mean, like, I don't even think this will help you, like, because you can only do it once a day or whatever, right?
Most
so you couldn't even,
amiibos are like that.
Yeah, you couldn't even,
You
like,
just cheat the
farm
clock.
for the skeleton costume or anything.
The point is, like, after a week, everyone's like, whatever. It's cereal. Like, it should be easy to find.
Yeah, it's not like it's Dark Souls cereal or anything.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
But
You gotta kill a guy to get some of that.
we're going to open this up here. We did open it up ahead of time just because I didn't want to. We want to keep this box after we finish this. Eventually, the box is gonna live on because it's such a cool box, and the box is not gonna last forever.
I did the maze on the
We
back.
don't have milk and bowls or anything like that, so we're just gonna like take a handful,
Classic
or
style,
whatever,
yeah. Absolutely.
and try not be messy and pass along if you even want some. It basically tastes like Lucky Charms.
Yeah.
It's like the Lucky Charms little like wheat things.
Let's
and
talk about
marshmallows.
the shapes that you get.
Yeah, you like stars.
I'm gonna hold off because
I
my
have a
tummy feels
moon, I
weird.
believe. This is a moon.
Is that like one of the marshmallows?
Yeah, it looks terrible, but I think it's supposed to be a moon.
Yeah, I don't even know what this is. I saw one that looked like a Yoshi egg.
Yeah, I think they have that. Or is that a
Oh, it's
one-up?
it's supposed to be a question box I just ate.
Is that supposed to be a one-up, though?
Yeah, that's a one-up. That's a
Power mushroom.
That's a big mushroom.
Yeah, I got big mushroom right here. Totally looks like it. Like 1-to-1 in-game model right here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
This is a question mark box.
I like how you're holding it up.
That's
no
all
one,
I
Look at that,
see,
look at that.
yeah.
No one could see.
I don't know. That's part of the bit. It's basically Lucky
Oh,
Charms.
it tastes pretty good.
Yeah, it looks like Lucky Charms.
Just
3 shapes?
Yeah.
Bigs, one-ups,
That's a
and
little
question
lazy.
box?
I'm gonna pull Larry David right here, like the shrimp episode of Curb. Only 3 shrimp. Only 3.
Only 3.
Only like 4 marshmallows. My handful right here. Could have been a little bit more generous on the marshmallows. Kind of like Lucky Charms. I hate Lucky Charms and the fact that they're never very generous with their marshmallows. It's like all the normal cereal part.
I like the cereal part too, though.
I do now, but as like a kid.
Oh, okay.
I still liked it as a kid, but like I was just thinking to myself,
Yeah,
like, even
I
as a
hear
kid, like, they really get you with the marshmallows, and that there aren't really that many in there. It's really just designed to make you like excited about the concept of getting marshmallows and their look.
Wait, what's everyone's favorite cereal?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
Rice Chex.
Mine
Nice and bland.
Mine's Cinnamon Toast Crunch too, dude.
What's up?
The
That sounds
best.
so good.
God tier.
Anytime my mom would like, because my brother like Golden Grams. Anytime my mom would bring home Golden Grams, like they're the same thing, right? I'm like, that's not Cinnamon Toast Crunch.
No, Mom, it's not.
I really didn't do that. I would eat Golden Grams if I got Golden Grams. I was a good kid. But Cinnamon Toast Crunch and Honey Nut Cheerios.
Honey Nut Cheerios are so
Honey
good.
Nut Cheerios. Probably the next one after that.
I really liked Raisin Nut Bran as a kid.
That's pretty
Nut
good.
Bran. Yeah, that's good.
My dad loves that.
Cracklin' Oat Bran was. I like Bran, I guess.
Just like those bran.
Yeah, I like more flavorless stuff.
Have you ever eaten Cookie Crispy?
Oh God,
Once in my life,
I've
just
had
to
it.
try it.
Not a fan.
it is a nightmare.
What
It's
about
just so weird.
You're just straight up
eating cookies. I'm just like
Chips
ah!
Ahoy or whatever cookies. It's like all
What are
like
some of the other worst
coats
ones?
your mouth all weird.
Cocoa Puffs are okay.
Yeah, Cocoa Puffs are
Oh,
alright.
yeah, kind of
Pop-
intense.
Pop-
Fruity Pebbles are kind of intense.
And Chocolate Pebbles. When they're Cocoa Rice Krispies. Oh, Rice Krispies.
Oh, Rice
Yeah.
Krispies are great. Kicks are great.
What is
Kicks.
the pop? With the frog character.
Oh, Pops.
Yeah,
Pops.
Pops.
It's called
Corn Pops.
Corn Pops. Thank you.
Pour the milk in, you hear the pop.
What are some
The
of the other gross
Smacks or the fake version.
ones? Wasn't there was a Cookie Crisp, and wasn't there other ridiculous one?
I remember there was like French Toast Crunch.
Oh God, yeah, I remember that. Oh boy.
There was Reese's
Crunch.
Reese's Cocoa Puffs, right?
Yeah, Reese's cereal. Reese's in a cereal. I
Yeah.
remember that commercial.
Yeah. But thank you again. We will keep this in storage. The box will finish this off, but the box will remain and live on as a prop in our background here. But again, real quick, if you spent $30 on this on eBay, if you really thought that was worth your money, that's fine. But if you're still looking for one, it's not worth $30.
Yeah. You've been had.
Go buy Lucky. If you want to know what it tastes like, literally go buy Lucky Charms. If you've never had Lucky Charms, or just remember what Lucky Charms taste like. But apparently, if you just do an online search, apparently these are not that hard to find right now.
Great.
So
check it out.
Good stuff. Super Mario Cereal mini review. You want the mini theme here? Final thing. Today. Announced earlier this morning. Ian's excited because Ian got to react to this.
We did it, yeah.
Which should be up already.
Hopefully, that video should be up
you could have watched it so you could have seen Ian's initial reactions to this thing. Nintendo teased everyone this morning because we're shooting on the day it was announced too. A new interactive experience for kids and those who are kids at heart is how they pitched it. That was the pitch. That's what I read on Twitter. I was like, what is this thing? A little video went up and unveiled to the world Nintendo Labo.
Is it Labo or Labos?
It's singular.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I think there's a plural version, but the default is Nintendo Labo.
I just kept thinking it was Lavos the whole time.
What's that?
Lavos? It's Chrono Trigger.
Yeah.
It's like Lavos.
Lavos! Combines the Switch with do-it-yourself creations. And how they illustrated the concept, they took a piece of cardboard. Like, look, I thought it was a computer thing. I thought it might have been like a Switch upgrade at first. So I was like, oh my god, this soon? Because
at first we thought it was like. At first we were like, are they doing like a Google Cardboard like VR thing for the Switch? Like that's weird.
Yeah, it was a good throw off at the beginning. It's like, what is this? It's assembly line. So assembly line concept like illustrated there. Then you could see, like, you look closely, it had like do your instructions for assembly. Like, oh, this is a physical thing. They take the piece of cardboard, they turn it into like a mini like piano, and they stick the Switch.
At which point I was very excited.
That was like the coolest thing they did.
The piano, I was like, what is happening? Yeah.
They stick the Switch in there and hit the key, and you hear the note play. But you're like, huh, is that just like post production, or is it the Switch really playing the note? And they went on to show the concept of what this really is. It is basically you take so Nintendo Labo are do-it-yourself kits that you are gonna buy. There's two initially, and the finished product. So Labo is the kit, the thing that you're gonna assemble. The finished product with the Switch combined with it is called a Toy-Con, not to be mistaken with Joy-Con. I cannot.
Nintendo,
Jones
when will you learn
about how parents can go in asking for Joy-Cons? Literally get Joy-Cons, go home, and the kids will be like, "What? Well, that's not. Not the cool robot figure, Mom.
Like the Wii U all over again.
A little. I don't know if it'll be that bad, but it's the same kind of like
Toy and Joy are way too
anything
close.
other than Toy-Con.
I think that people are gonna breeze over Toy-Con entirely. I think they're just gonna call it Labo.
Yeah.
Just give me that Labo.
And they'll say, I want the robot Labo or the variety Labo.
Exactly, and people will know what you mean.
Yeah.
But anyway, yes. So it's coming on April 20th. The first two. The two kits is one is a variety kit, which will be available for $69.99, $70, and then the robot one, which showed pretty up and front and center in the video. Like it's like this like pack, this like with like
VR backpack,
a VR backpack, and a headset with the Switch, and they show the game. It's like a robot fighter, and it's trying to make you think you're in VR.
Well, you have strings, and they move these little reflective things up and down, and the IR sensor in the red Joy-Con is reading the positioning of these reflective strips, and that's what's moving things up and down in game. And the blue Joy-Con is on your head, and so it tracks where you're looking.
That one is going to be $79.99, $80. So,
and then there's a $10 add-on customization kit that has stickers and fancy tape and stuff in it.
Yeah, and they show that in the trailer.
Yeah.
So
that's on the side, yeah.
It's basically arts and crafts meets Switch. And all this, so the do-it-yourself part, the assembly, all the instructions are on the Switch. So like the Switch is this instruction manual.
Yeah.
So it interactively show you how you're supposed to do it. So
didn't the Lego Worlds games do that?
Maybe.
Or the in-game instruction?
That would have to be
Jones'
question, or we look
That's
it up.
Jones' joint, yeah.
So I think this was an excellent video.
Yeah,
and it was very entertaining to watch. I for people who are going to enjoy this, that's great. I think some people are going to get a lot of enjoyment out of this.
I think it's incredible for like parents and kids and schools to have an activity I mean, it all hinges on if the games are fun and good. If the rest of us are gonna like it.
Yeah, because they give you glimpses. The robot fighter was the most like featured one. Sorry, geez, it's kind of profound. I'm like prominent was the word I was looking for. Thank you, Ian. But they show like a fishing one on the floor, and you catch a glimpse of the screen with it.
They show the piano one. You see a little bit. It looks like little like whack-a-mole or something with the notes or something. Yeah.
So that wasn't really the focus of it. Necessarily. It was more about like the kits, the toy cons being assembled, and the lab, like the new Labo concept. That is all good. I'm happy for people getting enjoyment out of this. There's still a very large part of me who's a little upset about this. And I'm gonna try and say it as neutrally as possible because I don't want to. I heard Jones kind of went this direction in the reactions, so I'm gonna try and be a little bit more level-headed. I don't understand why they're doing this now when the Switch is already doing so well and there are other things missing from its feature set that need to be addressed. And before we did this, Kyle heard me saying I was going to talk about this because Damiani, the division of resources argument is not a good one because like they're not dividing resources. I'm like, I don't care if they're not dividing resources. Like the focus needs to be on some of this other stuff, and I'm specifically talking about where's Virtual Console, what is the full explanation of paid online since it's apparently being delayed again to fall.
Yeah.
Where are other apps? Like, where's Netflix for crying out loud? Like, like the rumor was, it's eminent last year. We're now in 2018.
And they have Hulu, right? They have something.
Hulu something. I haven't even tried it yet.
Yeah, I never tried. I don't have Hulu.
You still don't have the proper option to back up your saves. You can system transfer, but you cannot back up saves yet, or even like you can just delete. Or you can make an alt account and make a new save. It's doing well, but there are still some things that need to be ironed out. And they roll out this whole brand new concept now. Like this is something they could have unveiled next year. Like I don't think there's any time sensitive like
rush
advantage for this. It seems like an odd moment. It's evergreen. It could be like any time. I feel like
it's also a little weird that it's 4 days after the Direct. How many, like, what day was that?
So the mini direct was last Thursday. This is Wednesday, so less than a week later.
Yeah, less than a week later.
But I will agree that this needed its own video.
It would have been kind of nuts inside that. You're right.
Yeah, like even if this is going to be unveiled at E3, it should have had its own separate pre-E3 thing dedicated to it. So I'm not arguing about like the explanation or anything like that. I just have some questions about why now for this over other things.
To me, it's so weird. It's so out of left field that I don't think there's a good or bad time for this. I think it's just like so weird that they could just kind of throw it out whenever they wanted to. Because none of us, we said in the thing, like no one could have predicted this. Like what? You building toys out of cardboard for $80? Like what's happening?
It's such a Nintendo thing too.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And actually, it just hit me now. Nintendo is pretty sensitive to their ideas being stolen. They like to play things close to their vest and heart until they're ready to reveal it. They don't do the long reveal and then lead into a game like some other companies do.
Yeah, this comes out in 4 months?
Yeah, April 20th.
3.5 months.
20th. It is, I think they probably had a team working on it. It had nothing to do with any of the things I'm talking about, the issues I have. And they came up with a cool idea. And they probably showed it to some people like, oh, wow, that's awesome. It's ready to go? Yeah, let's just release it. It's ready to go. It's something else.
I wouldn't be surprised if they branched some of the Amiibo team into this. You know, it feels like adjacent enough to me where it's like physical stuff, gamification of
I can see
physical
that a
elements.
bit.
You know, like if they are taking resources from something, I think it'd be Amiibo, not Virtual Console.
The old peripheral stuff. People from like the balance board team, vitality sensor, like people working on those weird gimmicky peripherals for Wii back. This might have been something they were working on. This could have been like, it actually seems like something they might have been thinking about during Wii U's time, because they were doing the gamepad and like even the gamepad was illustrating the weird like swinging the golf club without a controller. So maybe this is the evolution of something. I can't wait to see like a behind the scenes about where this came from.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Something Kyle said during our reaction. I'm not sure if it'll make it in the final video, but he said like, so this is what they had in mind for the IR sensor. Because, like, when that first came out and they were just like, you can move your mouth and it knows when your mouth is open and closed, everyone was kind of like, that's stupid. What are you actually doing this for, you know?
For 1-2 switch. That's about it.
And that was it. And, like, this is actually, to me, a pretty ingenious way to use that sensor. Like, I think it's the way these machines work, where it reads these little strips, like the piano, like moves the little strip, and then it knows which button or which note you're pressing. Like, that's pretty rad.
Yeah. That's a very good point, actually.
Yeah.
I didn't think of that. That does make sense. One thing I do want to like ask about that might get a little negative, but I don't mean to. I'm just asking an honest question here. For this price, these seem a little pricey.
It's
and
a little
how involved these are. I'm worried that the video makes it seem so easy, and these things are going to look perfect.
Right.
I'm worried about the durability of these
Yeah.
things, especially with the string stuff, the moving
Yeah.
parts.
Oh yeah. Kid's gonna rip that.
You're gonna have kids playing with this.
take it away.
Kids are gonna step on this like immediately. The strings are gonna break. Like having a kid do all this is gonna be a little much after a little while. And
Also,
I'm
like-
really worried about, like you said, the quality of the games on this.
Yeah.
$80.
Yeah. Do you get one shot at building
Yeah,
each
like,
toy?
what if
you
it
rip
breaks?
a thing, are you screwed? Or does it come
can
with
you buy a
replacements?
pack?
Right.
So we can look it up. If you go to the learn more of each product that's available, it shows you the entire kit.
I read them,
in
yeah.
The count. But
But-
without the
but
guide,
it
we
doesn't
don't
translate
know.
to how many parts, yeah.
But most assembly things don't really usually send you extras. If they
Yeah.
do, it's usually for something that's very mass produced.
Little eye hole,
or it's
little
an accident,
eyelets or whatever.
accident that you got
Yeah,
the extra
yeah.
part.
It's really funny to me, like this idea. I was laughing when I saw this because it's so hilarious, but it's super fun for like little kids. I just worry about, like, I totally foresee kids just breaking the hell out of these things
Yeah.
immediately.
Oh, and then
Like
the parents
strings
can look it up and
ripping
go buy more.
immediately.
Go
Like,
buy more.
Yeah, your parent, you spent $80 on this, and your kid breaks it in 10 minutes.
I mean, it depends on the build quality, because like I remember when we were in preschool, we
Yeah.
had these bricks that were made out of cardboard, but they were super durable somehow. Like, they just
it
never
has
broke.
to be really durable.
Right.
But
And,
the
like,
way it looked in the trailer didn't look that durable to me.
It looked like medium
but
durable.
We got to get our hands on it, I guess, to see.
I'm excited to play with it though.
Like, it's going to be fun. I'm going to play Dark Souls wearing that VR backpack thing just for the hell of it. I'm going to do weird stuff with it.
I feel like this does.
I wonder if that's possible.
This speaks to the more creative elements and creative people out there. I feel like there, not just kids and parents of kids. I think there will be a wide variety of people who like just adore and love this, and it's
Sure.
And the whole durability thing will not be an issue for them because
Yeah,
they'll be
treat it
They'll
nicely.
be
Yeah.
responsible, mature people, regardless of their age. I don't want
Yeah.
to be like age specific.
I
with
just-
this,
yeah.
that like can treat this properly, make it last long, and like they're gonna show it off. Like, look how great this is. Look what I can do with this.
To me, what it all hinges on is the software. Because if that piano is only usable in like a little mini game or a string of mini games geared toward 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, like that's really cool and awesome. And I'm clearly not the market for that, and that's fine.
Right.
But the usability and the customizability of that is aged out for me. Like, you know,
I see.
and they said in the bottom of the variety pack it says like create and find new ways to play with your things, and like they show the dragging the little node from touch to vibrate and like making the little man fall over. Like I wonder how much customizable like pseudo programming you can do with these. Like if you can make a little synth with the piano, like I could see that taking off for a whole other crowd of like cool musician stuff. Like the potential of this thing is very high to be
like
really
how long
crazy.
before someone plays this on stage?
Right. And like, but if it's locked in as being an elementary school kind of just science learning experiment, I think that's awesome. But then it's not for us, which is
Yeah.
fine.
That's a very good point. Yeah.
I mean,
But I think it would be smart of them to make it for everyone.
yeah,
you know.
it doesn't seem like that's their marketing strategy with it,
Yeah.
though. They were very like upfront about saying for the kid and the kid in your heart
Yeah.
or whatever. Like they're definitely going for a younger crowd, which is fine, I guess. I'm just skeptical about it, but I hope I am wrong.
The one thing that gives me hope is that touch to vibrate like programming window looked so bare bones that I was hoping there's like a back end to this thing where you can like not hack but like make your own little
Sure, yeah.
functions, you know? That would be really cool. And like if you can use this thing in conjunction with like that Korg synth software that's coming to the Switch whenever, I don't remember the exact name of it, but like is that a possibility? Who knows? Like I don't know.
Hopefully.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I remember Jones brought up before we started filming like the fishing thing. Of like the switch there and Dr. The Kid's like
Yeah.
going like this, like that thing's gonna go flying
Oh yeah,
immediately.
Yeah. You're gonna pull your Switch way
Oh
out.
yeah, very true. Real quick, relevant tweet. Wario64 just tweeted that the Nintendo Labo robot kit is number 4 on Amazon bestsellers.
Wow.
Nintendo items selling
People
hot
love
as
it.
always.
I didn't even consider that you could probably already pre-order.
Oh yeah, immediately.
Yeah.
I feel like these things are going to be a little bit more limited in games because they have a physical construction, do-it-yourself kit component.
Well, the other thing, like with age that we were talking about, is the lengths of strings, because like the robot kit, especially, that has to be arm and leg length.
Yeah, you have to measure it out. Yeah.
Is it going to be long enough for adults, or will
it?
it be like for 10-year-olds? Like, is
that
that a 4-foot string?
I think they'll make it long enough.
I hope so.
But like, I don't know how
that's
easy
be
it's going to be.
6-foot string.
Like how easy it's going to be adjust and everything like that.
Yeah. Hopefully you can do it. There's some way of adjusting it without cutting it. But who knows?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I want to believe that, yes, he could.
Like, I hope you don't need any materials other than what comes in the box. Like, I hope you don't need glue or scissors.
You just got to put that whole VR backpack cardboard thing somewhere in your house and not let it get busted up.
That's why, like, the robot one, I'm like, I just want to mess with that little piano, whatever.
Yeah, I can totally see that way more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Yeah, I don't think the games will be good on it, though.
We'll see. I have a feeling initially it's going to do very well.
So. Because it's weird and new.
It's weird and new. Our guess for the price before I looked it up on the website during our reaction video, we were like 60 tops. Like we thought like that would be good. Like we were like, okay, maybe it's like 60. I figured it'd probably be a little more because it's physical stuff. But like, it really depends on how good the game is. Oh man,
I cannot see a high amount of quality in a game like that.
Yeah.
Just like it's probably gonna be like super basic bare bones.
What they call it, I think on the website they call it software. I think. So I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe that speaks more to it.
If
being
they have
like
$5 like app almost things for it.
Yeah, that'd be interesting.
But it's like that makes me doubtful because they can't even get Virtual Console going yet.
Yeah, I mean, there's gonna be a wealth of like purchasable little things on top of the kit you already have. Like, I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if the bird, the camera, the gun, all those little other things they kind of like cut through at the end of the commercial really fast, or like add-on purchases that you can do.
Sure, in the assembly, when you have the software on your Switch to do the assembly, at the end they'll have, now go grab your software. Would you like to go to the eShop and grab some of these other things that are compatible with this?
My hope for that would be, if you pay $10 or $15 for the bird or whatever, the camera, that the software component is free, is included in that price.
Would be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well,
it's nuts.
It's definitely interesting and ambitious.
Coming April 20th again for those of you who are looking forward to it, and apparently you can go pre-order it now if you're interested.
Buy now.
Might be sold out by the time this goes up, but we'll see.
Sorry,
we'll never see it.
There's the kit for like the mech one, and what's the other one?
Variety kit.
Variety kit. Does that come with the game?
Toy-Con 1 software comes with the variety kit. Toy-Con 2 software comes with the robot kit.
Okay. Does a game come with Toy-Con 1?
Yeah, that's the software.
Okay.
So the software says Toy-Con 1 on it, and then the thing is called the variety kit.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah. And then the software for the robot kit is called Toy-Con 2.
That's so
they're
weird.
different programs. The fact that it's different programs, I think, is kind of weird. Because like that seems like a no-brainer to me. Is like, hey, I bought the variety kit. That's awesome. What's this robot game I can't play? Well, gotta go buy the robot kit. I don't know, but
Toy-Con 2.
Yeah, but I mean, I guess it's 6 of one.
What will be Toy-Con 3?
My hope is that these are the base units, and then the rest are small add-on things. That's my hope.
That'd be nice. Cheaper.
Yeah, like $20 or less add-on things. So like you go to the Switch aisle, and like there are a bunch of Amiibo and then a bunch of Toy-Cons for Labo.
I never thought just cardboard would come into video games so much in my entire life. This is crazy.
The fact that it's cardboard is kind of bizarre, but also kind of fun. I don't know. It does
it's
give
fun
it
arts and craftsy kind of feel.
It gives it that vibe. Like you can color it.
Yeah.
And if they do a whole band set.
Oh, because there's a bass pedal too. It looked like.
They do, yeah.
Sort of foot pedal.
So you can have you can basically do a band with.
Yeah.
With Labo.
Oh yeah.
That group stream.
That's an episode.
Right?
Yeah. Well, when I was watching the trailer, I'm like, man, this is like 4 episodes right here.
Yeah.
It's like how after Monster Hunter and Dreams come out, that's just like all we do. We're a Monster Hunter, Dreams, and Labo channel now.
Play Dreams while we're in Labo.
I mean, but technically, Labo in our calendar is not coming out in 2018 because 2019 begins on February 1st.
2019 begins February
April
1st.
might be the end of 2019.
Yeah.
So May will, with Dark Souls, will be 2020.
Yeah. Because 2018, we just got to get through the next couple of years.
Yeah.
2018 GOTY is Monster Hunter World.
Years are flying by here.
Yeah.
That's gonna wrap it up though. That was good stuff.
Yeah.
Mini Direct, Labo, Nintendo, Super Mario cereal. Keep confusing with Nintendo cereal because there was a Nintendo cereal back in the day.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't think I've ever had it. I saw it like in images on the internet, but never had it. But yeah, I want to thank you both, especially for the nice Labo conversation. I was like, on my end, I was a little worried, but like,
I'm in love,
so
man.
much to say about that.
I'm in love with it.
Made it a lot easier on me.
I think it's overpriced. I think it's crazy and weird, and I'm so excited
just
about
like
it.
Nintendo.
I'm so curious just to see how this all turns out. Yeah.
The Joy-Con prices.
The Joy-Cons are too expensive.
What are they, $80?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like when I was home, I had reason to buy more Joy-Cons. I wanted to play Crawl with my family, and I was like, I'd have 4 controllers right there, and my left Joy-Con sucks. So, like, I should buy new Joy-Cons, and I'm just like, $80, no.
Hori makes
not
the
doing
gamepad, not like a $29.99 version of
the
gamepad.
wired one?
Oh.
But, because I think the default one's $59 or $69.99.
Yeah.
But I've never
No,
used
I think it's
one.
70. Yeah, I think it's 70 bucks.
Are you talking about the wired one?
Yeah, Hori.
With the changeable D-pad?
Yeah,
it looks kind of crazy.
It has, like, one's a Mario-themed one.
Oh, yeah, I've seen that, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, Hori makes good stuff, but I've been, like, a little hesitant to try. So I don't know how good Hori's stuff is for Nintendo.
Sure.
I mean,
for me, the fact that it was wired is like a little weird because I don't have like an additional stand for the Switch. So I'm like, what am I supposed to like prop it between some books?
Who knows how long it is?
Right, but like because I imagine you'd plug it in the USB-C, which is on the bottom.
Oh yeah, for that.
For the wired controller.
Like, Nyko. I was confused because I have a Nyko stand as well, which changes that. So
yeah,
you don't have to do
lifts
that weird
it.
Thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is an issue with that. That's why I'm always wondering.
Oh yeah, maybe the wired controller is meant for use with the dock. Yeah. I wasn't thinking about that.
You plug it in the dock.
Because I was at home, so I didn't have my dock.
Yeah.
I was in my parents.
You're talking about it just like undocked. Like,
right. I was like, how am I going to use this?
Yeah.
Because I could have got 2 of those, enough controllers, but then I'm like, well, they're wired, so I can't.
It might be, I'll have to. I haven't used one, so I'm not sure. And it would be nice if Nintendo made a new dock at some point too. We'll see. But yeah, that's gonna wrap it up for everyone. And as a reminder, again, there was no patrons pulse because we'll rewatch the beginning of the video if you don't remember why. But it will be coming back, and it's for $5 and up patrons. Submit them each week that we're recording. So we'll be recording again in 2 weeks. I'll have that post up on Patreon where you can submit those questions. And thank you again, everyone, for being on the panel. And as always, may the way of the hero lead to the Triforce.